alien sightings caught on cam. It's a weird world out there, with lots of freaky stuff that can make your blood curl. Hold your sits tightly and listen to your soul take breaths as I take you down the narrow hole of when inhuman entities, aliens, shared the same space with us. Whether you believe in aliens or not is completely irrelevant. These are confirmed sightings where these strange and unidentified objects literally appeared out of nowhere and were witnessed by real people and caught on camera. Most of these mysteries remained unsolved till the present day, and no conclusive explanation has been given as to why they were randomly seen in the first place. Without further ado, here are the freakiest alien sightings caught on camera. The Phoenix Lights. The Phoenix Lights occurred in the year 1997, and it was a noteworthy occurrence as it was witnessed by thousands of people. It all happened in Phoenix, Arizona, on the evening of March 13, 1997. Thousands of people said they had seen a huge V-shaped UFO in the sky. The strange object was in the sky for several hours, and it drew more and more onlookers all over the area. A witness describing the object. One witness who reported the sightings was a former police officer named Paulden. He said he had seen a cluster of lights disappear over the southern horizon. Shortly afterwards, several people started reporting that they had also seen something strange in the skies. It had become an intriguing stage, drawing the curiosity of everyone who saw it at this point. Reports began to vary, as some said they had seen orbs, and some others said they had seen triangles instead. But one thing was certain. It had 5 lights. It was huge and massive, and seemed to move silently and slowly over the onlookers like it was hovering over them. Pilots and police officers all saw the object. Even air traffic controllers reported they saw the light visually, but not on radar. How strange. What is quite suspecting is that despite hundreds of witnesses having seen this physically, the government never contacted any of them for an interview. Could aliens have been responsible for this? No one knows for sure. It is indeed very strange that something that lasted for literal hours, with thousands of witnesses viewing it at the same time, has no conclusive explanation about how it came to be. To this very day, the Phoenix Lights remain a mystery, even though it is confirmed to be one of the largest UFO sightings in history. The Allagash Abductions. 4 friends, Jim Weiner, Chuck Rock, Bill Burgess, and Bob Luca, decided to go on a camping trip on the 20th of August, 1978 in the wilderness of Allagash, in the state of Maine, USA. What started out as a peaceful camping trip to be enjoyed by friends turned out to be their worst nightmare. One is that they would need several hypnosis therapies to recall what truly happened. The first person to notice something odd among the friends was Jim, who said he saw a bright light hovering above the treetops when they were out on a lake paddling. He stared at it for some seconds before the rest of the group joined in. The light grew closer and closer as they reached shore before finally disappearing. Strangely, when they got back to their camp, hours had passed, but to them, it seemed like minutes, even though the bonfire they had set up before leaving had already turned to ashes. They couldn't remember minute details of exactly what happened. It was as if they lost consciousness, and fragments of their memories had been erased. A series of strange events happened after this, and it took them years, polygraph tests, and sessions of hypnosis to vividly recount the events that transpired. After being plagued by fearful nightmares and memory lapses, during their hypnosis under a trained hypnotherapist, they claimed to have been taken aboard a spaceship by aliens and underwent what looked like a medical examination on their bodies. Samples of their body fluids like blood, urine, and semen were taken by the aliens. All these were done against their will, the four friends reported. Furthermore, there was evidence of strange marks all over their bodies after the abduction. Surprisingly, after the hypnosis was concluded, it was discovered that the individual reportage of what transpired by the four friends was uniform, consistent, and detailed. They literally recounted almost the same details. They were further evaluated medically, and no trace of mental instability was found in them, further cementing the authenticity of their experience. The event has influenced UFO research and investigations as it is reputed to be one of the most credible alien abductions in history. Ilkley Moor Alien Incident. On the morning of December 1, 1987, a retired police officer going on his usual morning walk in Ilkley Moor, England definitely did not plan to be abducted by an alien, but it happened. Philip Spencer was walking up a hill when he suddenly noticed he was not alone. He looked up and saw a strange and terrifying-looking figure ahead of him. He described it as being about 4 feet tall, with an oversized head and long, thin arms. The creature made a signal, and he immediately took out his photograph to take a picture. A brave man, it seems, as many would have taken to their heels. The creature ran away, and Spencer quickly followed it, but he later lost it in the fog. However, he did see a craft rise in the moor and disappeared in the sky, but he didn't take any photographs this time around. He suddenly discovered his compass was faulty, and he had taken an unplanned route to his destination, arriving at a totally different town than the initial one he planned. And most importantly, he had arrived 2 hours later than expected. A scary question arose in his mind. Did time seize while he was at the moor? Only a proper investigation would reveal what truly happened. Days later, he contacted credible UFO researchers and narrated what happened to them. He was advised to undergo hypnosis, which he did. The results of the hypnosis shocked everyone involved in the investigations. Apparently, upon seeing the strange creature on the hill, he was immediately paralyzed and lifted up into the craft, where he was shown a film. The film portrayed apocalyptic imagery, including nuclear explosions, floods, and famine. Could this have been a prophecy of what was to come? He was also shown a second film, but he has never revealed them to this very day because he claimed that the aliens who showed him did not want humanity to know. This incident might seem unbelievable to skeptics, but its credibility has been confirmed by legal UFO organizations, including the British UFO Research Association, and it is also considered to be one of the most credible UFO cases in UK history. The Betty and Barney Hill abduction. A married couple on a road trip from Montreal to Portsmouth became victims of one of the first recorded cases of alien abduction in the United States of America. Little did they know that their lives would change forever as they drove through that fateful evening. On the 19th of September 1961, Betty and Barney Hill were on their way back from a vacation in Niagara Falls, Montreal. They were driving back to their home in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. At around 10:30 p.m., Betty saw a bright light in the sky that was moving around. She initially thought she was observing a falling star. She urged Barney to stop the car so she could take a closer look. Barney obliged her, and she came out and took her binoculars to observe what she was witnessing. Upon closer examination, the object in the sky left them further confused, as they couldn't conclude if it was a falling star or a commercial jet plane. But as it came closer, Barney realized the object was not a commercial plane, but a disc plane. They continued their journey, while the object followed them and descended toward their vehicle, causing them to stop right in the middle of the highway. It filled the entire view of their windshield. They stepped away from the vehicle and used binoculars to look more closely into the object. It gets scarier even. As they looked in, what they saw shook them to their very bones. Barney reported to have seen 8 to 11 humanoid figures looking at him from the craft's windows. One of them said to him, "Stay where you are and keep looking." They eventually arrived home at dawn, and this they couldn't explain either, as they were supposed to arrive earlier. As they settled in, they noticed another set of strange details. Their watches stopped working and their binoculars were broken. After the couple reported the incident, they were sent for hypnosis in order for them to properly remember the aspects of the incident that seemed to have been erased from their memories. The result of the hypnosis revealed that the couple had been abducted by aliens and taken aboard a spacecraft by extraterrestrial beings. The aliens, numbering about 5, stared intently at Barney and communicated with him through thought transfer. In Betty's case, they communicated with her in English, and they took samples of her hair and skin for medical experiments, and she didn't feel threatened throughout the whole debacle. Despite their narration being distinctly unique, there were a number of similarities. This incident has been reported to be the first reported UFO abduction case, and it has also influenced many UFO research techniques. Also, the case is quite popular in pop culture, as it has been portrayed in various TV shows, movies, and books. The Belgian UFO Wave. The Belgian UFO wave was a series of sightings that took place in Belgium from November 1989 to April 1990. Thousands of witnesses, including pilots and police officers, reported seeing massive triangular lights flying in the sky at low altitudes in the small town of Eupen. Almost all the witnesses described the same thing: a big triangular object with 3 bright white lights in the corner and a flashing red light in the center. It kept moving and stopping in various places. On the first night it was sighted, the Belgian air staff received a total of 143 reports that night, and at least 13 of the reports were from police officers who saw the strange object in at least 8 different locations in Eupen. Various sightings of the object continued up until April 1990. Photographs of the object was taken and critically analyzed. The Belgian authorities were fully involved in getting to the root of the strange craft. The Belgian Air Force was deployed to monitor its movements. The incident has since been extensively researched upon, and it is concluded to be one of the most significant and well-documented UFO waves in history. Conclusion. As we have examined these mysterious alien sightings, one thing is for sure: there are more forces at play that we humans cannot fully ascertain. Maybe, just maybe, the authorities are in on it too. That's it for now. Join us next time as we continually explore the details of strange phenomena happening around us.